What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today is kind of different. You guys usually know me for my 3D work, but I want to talk about some camera lenses today. As I've said on this channel many times, this channel is more than just 3D. It is everything creative. It's everything I love to do. And one of the biggest things and passions I have outside of 3D is photography. So I wanted to go ahead for any of you who are jumping in the Fujifilm system and are looking to buy maybe your first lens. And we got my cat Animal in the back there licking himself. Which one you should buy first? And should you go with a native Fuji lens, or should you go with one of the third-party manual lenses? So today we are going to have a 50mm battle, and on the Fujifilm system, that is a full frame equivalent of about between 72 and 75 millimeters. So the lenses we have today are the Fujinon 50 f2. This is the weather sealed one. And then we have from TTARTISAN's the 50mm 1.2. So let's get into the video, and I hope this helps. If you have any other questions or comments about the video afterwards, please leave them in the comments below. Alrighty, first up is we got the TTARTISAN's 50mm 1.2, and I'm going to briefly go through some pros and cons with these guys, and I'm going to show you some sample images from each lens. But let's go over the pros first for the TTARTISANs. Number one is price. I believe I bought this for around $120 US, and that came with a lens hood for it. And I mean, for the price, it's bang on, so it's great. Second would be the sharpness. The sharpness on here rivals that of the Midicon and even this 50mm from Fujinon that it is going up against, in my opinion. Even wide open, it is a tad soft, but the sharpness on here, since I don't pixel peep, is perfect for me, and there's a lot of nice character to it. As far as the build quality goes, it is great. It's an all metal lens. You know it's going to be able to take a beating. It isn't weather sealed, but you know, I'm mostly using this for portraits and just, you know, family documentary photography, so I'm not in the elements all that much. And then last is the bokeh. The bokeh on here at 1.2 is beautiful. It is nice and buttery smooth. And even at 1.4 and even at 1.2, the bokeh is solid. I would also add in here that we also, you know, that extra stop of light, but you know, that's kind of given with the 1.2 aperture. As far as cons go, there isn't really many in this lens for me. And again, this is my personal opinion. So what we have here is just lens flare. You know, that's fixable by making sure you have a lens hood on and also not shooting directly into sunlight or any type of oncoming light. Just move your subject in front of it, so then you can have a nice rim light on them and the lens flare should go away. So that's an easy fix. Other than that would be the lens cap itself is a screw-on lens cap, which I personally don't like, just because in case you're ever doing something quickly and you angle the cap wrong, because it is metal, you might run into scratching your front element pretty badly. I mean, I've heard some stories on that already, but I'm very careful with how I take this off. But if you're doing something quickly, just keep that in mind, or get one of the plastic squish lens caps to replace that one. But other than that, guys, let's get into some sample images. I mean, this lens is beautiful. So let me know what you guys think about the images I took. I'm trying to do a little bit of you know, documentary, street, and just some all-around photos with this. So let me know what you guys think about the images, and then we'll get onto the 50mm from Fujinon. Alright guys, so here is the Fujinon 50mm f2 WR. This is another great lens and was my first pick for when I got my X Pro 3. So let's jump into the pros. First off is we got quick autofocus. This thing is snappy and it hits target really well. After that, we have the sharpness. The sharpness is great. It is very clinical. Not too much characteristics on it, but you get great images out of there. The bokeh is good. I wouldn't say it's as buttery smooth as the TT Artisans, but if you do get up close, which this has a good up close focus distancing, you can make that pretty buttery with this lens. The weight is extremely light, much lighter than the TT Artisans, and is great for any travel photography. And then finally, we do have the weather resistance. I am somebody who just wants to be safe, so I always try to go for the weather resistance if I can afford it or if I can get it, because I want to make my equipment last. I know it's not waterproof or weatherproof, but at least you have some resistance to the elements out there. As far as cons, I do have a few more on this one. Unfortunately, my copy was one of the copies that was made in the Philippines, and there is tons of dust and debris inside the lens element. Luckily, it does not affect the photos that I take, but to see the amount that I paid for this lens compared to the TT Artisans, and the TT Artisans is much cleaner. There's a few specks here and there, but nowhere near what I got out of the Fujinon. It's kind of disappointing. The second thing would be the lens hood. The lens hood doubles the size of the lens when you put it on the camera if you're sticking with the standard lens hood. I did get a third-party one, which I'll link in the description, and that helped save and tone down the length that you have on your camera. And last but not least would be focus by wire. Now that I'm falling in love with manual focusing lenses, I do wish Fuji would kind of work on that with their lenses and actually make the focusing actual focusing, not electronic. But let's get into sample images for you guys on this one, and then we'll finish up the video there. Anyways, I hope those examples of the images and the pros and cons list that I made for each of the lenses helped you guys out make your decision. Personally, I like both of these lenses for different use cases. I plan on, when the pandemic finally ends and we can go back to normal and we're able to freely travel, I want to do some more traveling, hopefully, so that I can actually use the Fujinon lens, because it is weather sealed, so in any condition it's extremely light to walk around with. It's weather sealed, so in case I do end up in some rain or some dust or anything, I feel more comfortable with that. But I do love the TT Artisans. The image quality that comes out of it, I personally think is great. Like I said, I'm not a stickler for pixel peeping or anything like that, so it's as sharp as I need it to be and that I prefer. But I've been really falling in love with using these vintage style or cheaper manual lenses on the X Pro 3. I don't know, it's just the feel. If Fuji had lenses that did manual focusing well, I think I would just purely stick to Fujinon. But yeah, I love these third-party lenses that with the manual focusing and everything. There's just a certain feel to it, and I guess I can say I get what the Leica owners like about using their Leica lenses. And yeah, I mean, I think for the money that you're paying for some of these lenses like TT Artisans and the quality that you're getting out of it, it's a no-brainer. If you can afford both, then get both. If you're on a budget, I would go with a TT Artisan first, but if you have the money and you do like autofocusing, I would say head towards the Fujinon. You can't go wrong either way. But like I said, my personal opinion, I'm keeping both. I love both of them for different reasons. But yeah, I hope this video helps you guys. And before I let you guys go, a while back ago, before I ended up getting, because I do have the Midicon Speedmaster, before I got that, I did purchase from 7 Artisans the 35 0.95 from them. Unfortunately, they did send me over the wrong mount for my camera. They ended up sending me a Sony E mount version and not the Fuji X mount version that I needed. I did try to return it to them, and there was all this back and forth. It was kind of a hassle, you know, due to the pandemic and some other issues. But I decided to keep it, and I decided to keep it because I wanted to wait for the right time to do a giveaway on the channel, and I think that time is now that I'm doing some more. I plan to do some more photography stuff, so I'm not going to start the giveaway now. If we can get this video to 1,000 likes or over, I'll make a separate video. I'll put down some rules, and one of you guys will walk away with a brand new 7 Artisans 35mm 0.95. So let's get to 1,000 likes, and then we'll do a raffle for this. That next video, if we hit that milestone, I'll give you guys all the rules and everything that we need to do. But yeah, this is on me. I bought this with my own money. Nobody gave this to me. No, this isn't sponsored or anything like that. So yeah, this is my gift to one of you guys out there, and I hope to have you guys to give this a good home. But remember, this is an APS-C lens, so if you have a Sony E-mount full frame, you're gonna have some vignetting from the lens itself. So this does work on any Sony E-mount APS-C camera. Other than that, guys, thank you again. Thank you for all the support, and I will talk to you next time. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night, whenever, wherever you're at. I love you guys, and again, thanks for all the support. I'll talk to you later. Peace.